Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will be looking at case studies, which you need to know for AQA A-Level Psychology in the subtopic of research methods. I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful. Let's get started. Case studies are in-depth and detailed investigations of a person, group, event, or community, usually regarding an unusual phenomenon or biographical event of interest to a research field. Case studies aim to uncover themes and patterns of behavior and influential contextual factors through an inductive investigative approach, leading to greater explanatory power and understanding of real-world phenomena. Primary sources, e.g. interviews, observations, documents and recordings, and secondary sources, e.g. the news, media, academic articles, government reports, books and films, archival and organizational records are used to collect evidence. Case studies are relevant in multiple subtopics in psychology. Some examples include: a strength of case studies is that they allow researchers to observe changes in behavior over time. Case studies are longitudinal, and this long-term perspective provides valuable insights into how individuals or groups evolve in response to specific interventions, experiences, or environmental factors. By tracking the same participants over an extended period, researchers can identify patterns, trends, and the effects of various influences on behavior, which may not be evident in shorter studies. Additionally, longitudinal case studies can help in understanding the development of certain conditions or behaviors, providing a deeper context that cross-sectional studies might miss. For instance, observing a person with a mental health disorder over several years can reveal how their symptoms fluctuate, how coping mechanisms are developed, and how external factors contribute to their overall well-being. This is a strength because it suggests that researchers can gain a deeper understanding of the dynamics of behavior and development over time and capture the nuances of change that occur in response to various factors, such as therapy, life events, or environmental shifts, revealing causal relationships and the effectiveness of interventions, providing a more comprehensive picture than what could be obtained through shorter studies. A strength of case studies is that they have good external validity. Case studies typically involve multiple methods of data collection, such as observations, interviews, and document analysis. This methodological triangulation allows researchers to cross-verify information and check for consistency across different data sources, enhancing the credibility of the findings and strengthening the overall conclusions. For example, if observations of a participant's behavior align with what they report in interviews, it adds confidence to the results. This is a strength because it suggests that the findings from case studies can be generalized to similar contexts or populations. A strength of case studies is that they allow researchers to collect rich in-depth qualitative data, which provides insight for further research. Case studies allow a researcher to investigate a topic in far more detail than might be possible if they were trying to deal with a large number of research participants, nomothetic approach, with the aim of averaging. Because of their in-depth, multi-sided approach, case studies often shed light on aspects of human thinking and behavior that would be unethical or impractical to study in other ways. Research that only looks into the measurable aspects of human behavior is not likely to give insight into the subjective dimension of experience, which is important to psychoanalytic and humanistic psychologists. This is a strength because it suggests that case studies can uncover unique and detailed insights into individual experiences that larger studies might miss. A limitation of case studies is that they lack population validity. Case studies are idiographic, usually only focusing on a single unusual individual or small group, which makes it difficult to generalize the findings to the wider population, as the unique characteristics and circumstances of the individual or small group studied may not be representative to others. For example, if a case study focuses on the psychological effects of a traumatic event on a single person, the results might not apply to everyone who experiences similar trauma, since individual reactions can vary widely. This is a limitation because it suggests that universal theories or principles based on these unique circumstances of the individual or small group may not represent the wider population, thereby limiting the broader applicability and usefulness of the results. A limitation of case studies is that they may suffer from researcher bias. Case studies are based on the analysis of qualitative, e.g. descriptive, data, and therefore, results and conclusions drawn can be significantly affected by how a researcher interprets the information. The subjective opinions of the researchers may intrude in the assessment of the meaning of the data, as the researcher may become too involved with the subject and may interpret the data in a way that supports their own expectations or theories. This can lead to conclusions that are more reflective of the researcher's perspective rather than the true nature of the subject being studied. This is a limitation because it suggests that the findings might be skewed by the researcher's own personal and subjective beliefs, expectations, and interpretations, and the data collected can be influenced by their own biases, consciously or unconsciously, limiting the findings' objectivity. A limitation of case studies is that they are time-consuming and require the use of a significant amount of resources. Conducting a thorough case study involves extensive data collection, which can include interviews, observations, and document analysis. Each of these methods require a significant amount of time and effort from the researcher to ensure that the data is comprehensive and accurate. Additionally, analyzing this data to draw meaningful conclusions is a meticulous process that often requires specialized skills and tools. The need for detailed and in-depth exploration means that case studies can also be costly, requiring financial resources for travel, equipment, and possibly even participant compensation. This is a limitation because it suggests that the intensive investment of time, effort, and resources required for case studies can make the feasibility of conducting multiple case studies impractical, further restricting the ability to generalize findings to the wider populations. A limitation of case studies is that they are unscientific and unreliable. Case studies are difficult to replicate as they are inherently tied to the specific contexts and conditions under which they were conducted. This uniqueness can include the particular characteristics of the participants, the specific environment, and the precise circumstances surrounding the case. Because of these unique factors, replicating the study exactly as it was originally conducted is nearly impossible. For example, if a case study involves a rare medical condition or a unique psychological profile, finding another individual or group with the exact same characteristics can be extremely difficult. Even if similar participants are found, other variables such as their personal histories, environments, and interactions with the researcher can differ, leading to different outcomes. This is a limitation because it suggests that the findings from case studies may not be widely applicable or reliable across different situations, and therefore general principles and theories cannot be established, as other researchers cannot confirm the findings through similar studies. A limitation of case studies is that they break ethical guidelines. Case studies can reveal and disclose sensitive information about the participants, raising ethical concerns about breaches of privacy, confidentiality, and consent. Many case studies are purposely conducted on vulnerable populations, such as people who suffer from mental disorders or more senior citizens who have memory difficulties, in order to gain a better insight into the disorder. Although consent for these participants may be given, it is unlikely that the consent will be obtained from the participants themselves. There is also the risk of exploitation and unintended consequences. For example, the publication of a case study might inadvertently expose participants to social stigma or other negative repercussions, which can deter individuals from participating in future studies and discourage individuals from seeking help. This is a limitation because it suggests that case studies may compromise the ethical standards that protect participants' rights and well-being. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Bye.